You're good. I'm just changing up some audio routing on my end. That should be much better. Meeting is being live streamed. We're live, everybody.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Did you get?
All right, we're gonna.
Dre, did you get the top 3 I sent?
Do I click this?
I did not.
Okay.
It's in the group chat. It's in both of them, I think.
That could be why I didn't get it. Hold on.
I didn't write anything particularly funny. I just gave you the headlines.
Jay, you got to make it funny.
No pressure.
You better make me laugh.
And I put the YouTube link in the group chat.
Okay. Let me share that while we're waiting.
Oh my God, Mike.
Yes.
I forgot to send this. It's okay. I'm not even up for. I mean, I have stuff, but we'll do it next week. I forgot again to send.
Shameful.
We'll start on 69. There you go. Perfect.
Shameful. All right, we ready to go?
Just about. Did you already share the YouTube link on the show page?
No, because everything's moving slow and fucky.
All right, I'm going to do that before we start. Just as a matter of course.
All right, so what I'm trying to do is copy and paste the top 3 teaser into a form that I can see.
Right.
Easier.
Did it come out like, I don't know, like it's just like really thin in the middle? And
Just huge and misshapen.
Yeah, that's how it was.
How about that?
Too.
Like
I had to open it in like a separate app. Like when I opened it, the PDF was weird, but when I put it in like the Docs app, it came out, but I was still having like, I could read it better, but it still looked weird.
Let's put up the technical difficulty sign.
Okay, I got it.
Is that what it's like for you?
Yeah. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Beep. Okay. Take a deep breath, everybody. Here we go. This week, in celebration of Black History Month, the top 3 will be brought to you by our very own BBC correspondent, Stanley Big Daddy McFadden.
The pandemic bolsters trade in pre-loved sex dolls. So, of course, mine with its little worn-out holes can't get much traction, but it is what it is. As a standing bodybuilder who has previously married 2 sex dolls is now open to dating humans. As for me, I'm sticking to sex dolls. Thick ones. Children's gaming platform Roblox has a burgeoning sex problem. And so do I. Roll my goddamn intro.
It's the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us. With executive producer Mike Latoris. We'll do an intro, we'll do an outro, and then do our wrap. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
And the Scorpion Goddess.
I'm a Scorpio, but secretive. I just don't say a lot of shit.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdeath.
I had no, but I was, I kind of wanted to, and whoa, that's new.
God damn, do we have a fucking show for you people this week? My name is Matty Rockdeath. This is the Media Virus Podcast. I'm joined by the Reverend and Professor Mike Latoris.
Good evening, everybody.
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, fucking fantastic. I've got a group of people here that I didn't work at all with, but I did work on their project. and we're going to interview them and talk about Boxanne the movie, where you can hear my voice on the trailer. We'll get to that later.
That's pretty exciting.
I thought so.
Yeah. But keep moving. Let's get to the BBC correspondent, the reader of the top 3 teaser, Big Daddy. How's it going, Big Daddy? Thanks for showing up today.
It's going all right. So, as you know, I have a preference for thick sex dolls. So this is a very timely show for me.
I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about the concept of a thick sex doll for probably about 4 hours now. And what gets me about it is like you talk about like Dr. Forfitty, like Myth Forfitty. Can you imagine having to like lug around a 450-pound sex doll like that can support no weight of their own?
It doesn't have to weigh Forfitty. It just has to look like it weighs Forfitty.
It's just the appearance.
It just has to have the right curves in the right places. You know what I'm saying? It has to have, the right form.
Did you try to overinflate your blow-up dolls?
Try. It looks like a tomato.
They get thin. They pop.
If you overinflate them, they pop. Unfortunately, I have a lot of leftover duct tape from various farm animals or various rodents and small woodland creatures. So it's a good fit.
A lot of people don't know why you need duct tape to fuck a small rodent.
Can you enlighten them as to why?
Because they'll pop when you fuck them.
Same reason when you need it when you overinflate your sex doll.
What the fuck is this show? What is this show?
You'll learn
What did I
all
get myself
kinds of
into
neat
here?
stuff. You'll learn all kinds of great stuff on our show.
If you didn't bring your duct tape, you're being deducted points.
There was a line I came up with the other day. It was like, if it looks like a duck, then it dies when you fuck it. It's probably a duck.
Okay. Write that one down for later.
That's a Maddie. That's a Maddie joke right there.
All right.
Ducks have
Speaking
corkscrew
of
penises, don't forget.
Corkscrew. Well, I don't know how to transition from corkscrew. I don't know how to transition into the Scorpion Goddess right now.
That should
Miss
be
Juliet.
an easy one.
No, because I want to be respectful because your husband is an MMA fighter. So
what do you know about corkscrew penises?
Oh, Jesus.
A lot more than I think anybody else here would. No.
That's fortunately true. I would
questionable. I feel how much? Okay.
How much? What? How much?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Mike.
Oh my God! My mother's gonna listen into this with my dad. I
Yeah.
just found out I'm on this.
Yeah. So we'll just get right into our guests. We have the director of Boxanne, Mr. Brian Wild. Brian.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Who did you bring with you tonight, Brian?
Well, Patrick Rudseger and Gabrielle Rambo. They were 2 of the leads of the film.
Fantastic, guys. Good to see you. Patrick, I've worked with before. Good to see you.
Yes. Good to see you again.
Gabby, it's good to meet you.
You too.
The way that we roll here is you heard the top 3 headlines are at the beginning, and what we're going to do now is get a little bit into those stories and run through them. You're welcome to join us in commenting. I don't
know if they noticed, but we kind of structured, and it just worked out. Like, because we don't pick old like these are all brand new headlines news stories that we found. Every one of which has a sex doll involved.
I've added a lot of sex to this week's show just because Boxanne has a sex doll in it. Starting off with the creepy sex robot swap shop where doll lovers trade used figurines. And used sex dolls are being sold online for a fraction of the original price, and people are snapping them up. Some of the used dolls come with names and even have human hair. A website called Galmato Haven specializes in selling pre-loved sex dolls. It also... Go ahead.
I used to sell cars, and I used to work for Liberty Toyota. I'll never forget this. And so they had me in the used car section, and the used car, dude, every trope about the used car salesman is absolutely fucking true.
Yeah. I worked.
They're insane. Like the news. Can you imagine how scummy a used sex bot salesman have to be? Like the plaid jacket, the balding.
It's definitely a
That's a hell of a
blower.
Let me tell you something. This
Funk
one
on the forehead. This baby right here.
She was owned by a little old man. He had Viagra maybe once a week. You know what I'm saying? Low mileage on this one.
He
Look
only
at those
banged
lips, barely used.
Only banged her on Friday
barely
after a full long week.
Barely touched. You know what I'm saying?
Watched her every.
He was
Watched her
married.
every 3,000 miles, whether she needed it or not. Change the oil.
So
Now, how many of you guys on here have used a pre-used sex doll from somebody else? That's what I want to know.
can't say that I have.
No, thank you.
No.
Oh, thank
Well,
God.
I mean,
Okay.
brand
'cause
new,
I was,
right?
I was
I got
gonna
like
judge
7 or 8
every single one of
ex-girlfriends.
you.
New or nothing.
Actually, never used I've never used a sex doll.
If you wait till after the show, I'll give you a report.
So this
Ask me
website,
about,
Stanley's pissed that I
now-
interrupted. He's waiting for the fucking website. He's like, what's the fucking information?
they also fix sex dolls and offer a spa day experience for your doll, which this is where I kind of had to stop and think for a second, because all I could think was, hi, I'm Earl Scheib, and I'll tighten that cooter up for $59.95. I mean, yeah, okay. The website states she won't get a mud bath or a cucumber on the eyes, but she will have every minor and major injury repaired, from nicks and pokes to limb breaks. Her makeup, nails, and body coloration will be restored, and her joints will be tightened. She'll be treated like a princess, the princess that she is, and come home to you freshly powdered, rejuvenated, and ready to make you feel the way you did the day she arrived for the first time.
I never thought about it. Sex dolls having their nails done. Does that even matter? Like, do guys even
Yes.
give a shit about that
Listen,
on a sex doll?
Gabby, what color nails are yours right now?
What are you working with?
Nothing.
She's going plain.
Nothing.
Is it
Julia,
at least
what
the
color nails
French
do you have
manicure with
right
the little white tips?
Oh,
No, I don't get French
ooh.
tips. I don't get French tips. But nails are hurting right now.
Listen,
I need to get them done. I need to go to the salon this week.
if you've ever seen a French
I
manicure
usually
wrapped
haven't
around a
done that.
big black cock,
Have you ever seen that?
I have seen that a time or two. And let me tell you, I need some American music.
Just a moment. I've got news in front of me.
Stanley thinks that he can just demand what he wants and it's there instantly.
See if I-
It's
And after,
black and three
after something like
monkey
4 years, he hasn't.
In his defense, I usually see where he's going.
see if I have like an America the Beautiful.
Something dramatic.
Yeah.
Ladies,
He changed the background.
when you wrap your lovely manicured or painted fingernails around a man's erect shaft, it does something to us deep inside here that allows us to reach heights and depths that heretofore you and I have only dreamed of. Ladies, it is your patriotic duty, your civic duty to grab that shaft with painted nails.
That was good. That was good.
I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. You just inspired me to go right away tomorrow now.
You took us right to the post, man. That was good.
Did we finish the story?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So they do have a certified pre-owned section where secondhand dolls are sold, and there's even a concerning section where just sex dolls' heads are for sale. Which, that's a little weird, right? I'm not the only one.
Sometimes you just got to change the face up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Prices
Or
range.
maybe she gets mouthy.
Prices range from a few $100 to a few $1,000 for pre-used dolls. Each doll or doll part comes with a description and an indication of its condition. One says, "This face is in excellent condition for the age. No tears or blemishes with real hair eyebrows."
Ooh.
Another description states, "This Jessica Drake is in new condition and features high realism eyes and hand-punched eyebrows. Includes skull and mouth core."
Mouth core sounds like death metal.
I don't know if I want mouth core wrapped around my dick.
It's really intense ASMR.
You know what though? Now that I think about it, the reason why you have to be able to sell just the head, right? So last week we were discussing the benefits of donkey punching. And
wait, no, we were not.
Yeah,
no
that
one
was
discussed
2
a
weeks
benefit
ago.
to it. There was no benefit.
we went into great length on the benefits of donkey punching last week on the media virus.
Wait. Big Daddy, remember when you said that was white people shit? No black people are going to know about donkey punch. I went up and asked Hibachi. I was like, you know what a donkey punch is? He was like, no, what the fuck is that?
Uh-huh.
But for Big Daddy, it's been about a week. He had time.
I think our guests figured out that if they just stay quiet, they won't be on camera.
The reason why you have to be able to sell the head by itself is because if you get overzealous and you start donkey punching the doll, you're going to have to replace the head.
Well,
right?
Well, you can't have a dented in head.
Ding, ding, ding.
You could.
Ding, ding, ding,
you got to
ding.
change your name to O.J. Simpson. You got to put on sleeveless tanks. You got to move down south.
Get a white
There's a lot that
Bronco.
goes on with it. Get a white Bronco. There's a lot that goes into it.
all right. So there's a bodybuilder who has previously wed 2 sex dolls, but he's now open to dating humans.
What the fuck?
Perhaps he wants a relationship that won't blow up in his face. A Kazakhstani bodybuilder who wed his sex doll after a whirlwind romance is open to dating a human on one condition. They
Did
like
not say nothing. What?
They must like his silicone soulmates as well.
They learn to shut the fuck up.
He dropped the bombshell on the UK-based The Dating Show on Fubar Radio back in May. I was in a real relationship in the past, about 7 years, said Yuri Talakjo, who infamously married his sex doll Margot in November after dating her for 8 months. A self-professed pansexual, Talakjo can reportedly love anything from an image to a soul. Nonetheless, it's interesting and important for me.
Daddy likes the soul of
And in the
feet.
future, maybe I will have a real person. But it's important that she or he likes my dolls too. So this is where it gets creepy because there's an image now. So
this is where it gets creepy.
Right?
Right? It was.
I was waiting
Now's
on
the
it. When is
creepy
this
part.
going to get creepy?
It was just
It
a
was
fun little.
cool.
It was just
I
a
like
fun
how
little
he-
story.
I like how he's like, I'm now open to dating a human as if a human's going to date him.
And that line is wrapped around the corner, ladies.
So Here he is with one of his dolls.
That is
Oh,
a hairy
no.
motherfucker. Wow.
No, that looks like a child
It
doll.
does. That's kind of creepy,
It
right?
does.
Yeah,
Oof.
no. So basically, he's a fucking pedophile. That's nasty.
That dude is. We did discuss this before on the podcast. Whether or not, if you give a pedophile,
That one looks of age.
if you give a pedophile a doll,
Oh God, I remember this. I wasn't in on this, but I remember hearing about it.
is there a benefit to giving a pedophile a doll so that that debauchery isn't harming another human minor? Is there a benefit to it?
I think when it comes to that stuff, I like Logic Mind Juliet. I would like to rather approach it with therapy and learning how to work with their tools and understanding it is
Well, that's what the
inappropriate.
doll's for,
Not
working with his
acting-
tools.
No.
I need to continue.
I think actually going to therapy and understanding why are you attracted to this and unpacking that trauma, and then no, I don't agree with the child sex dolls. How would you
All right, well,
even
let's
be
go to it, Tim.
avoiding
What's the
that?
next subject?
Wow,
that
we
we're-
suddenly got
what's the
really
next story?
deep
Just
here all of a
moving. Let's go.
I do need to
Oh God.
tell you that he took to Instagram in March to introduce the replacement for his first wife, Lola, who apparently, in line with his aforementioned sexual appetites, sports a hen-inspired lower torso. I identify
What? A hen? What?
I identify her as a massive chicken, the Gymshark described, adding that his inflatable lover's navel has a depth and can be used as a vagina and a penis inserted into it. I like the process of sex
Is there a
itself,
picture of that?
and gender, sexual orientation are not particularly important here, explained the non-finicky fitness freak, who boasts over 110,000 follows on the gram.
How small is his dick?
You
could fit your dick in a belly button,
No, it's a special made sex doll with the bottom half of a chicken. Don't you pay attention?
if I tried to put my dick into a belly button, I'm gonna break my shit and hers.
We've already discussed what happens when you try to put your dick in a chicken.
We have discussed that.
You earn salmonella.
I call that the Big Daddy Heimlich maneuver. If I put my dick into a belly,
Is that how you save them in the hospital when you're working?
that's how I do it. Oh, are you choking? Just hold on. Hold on. You look like you're choking. Hold on.
Like,
You're right
like
there.
plunge in a toilet. Is that what you're saying? Is that the point? Jesus.
Officer, I swear, she said she was choking.
What the fuck?
So speaking of creepy, weird things and sex, Roblox, the children's game, is having a sex problem.
Why?
A naked man wearing just a dog collar and a lead is led across the floor by a woman in a bondage outfit. Two strippers dance next to a bar. A group has gathered around a couple openly having sex, watching and occasionally commenting. One man is wearing a Nazi uniform. This isn't happening in the real world. It's taking place on a children's gaming platform.
Of course.
Roblox is a huge, sprawling world of games, which is sometimes described as a kind of primitive metaverse. It's one of the most popular children's games in the world. The exact figures are a bit hazy, but in 2020, Roblox told Bloomberg that 2/3 of all U.S. children between the ages of 9 and 12 use the game.
Yeah, can I jump in here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have one of those in that age range, right?
The important thing about Roblox is its market value, I think is what we're talking about. And if you go onto your Robinhood app right here, I mean, of course, we're under Joe Biden and the market's just shit right now.
Yeah.
But if you go to Roblox, you see here. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but if you see
Not
here,
financial
it's $45 right now, right? $45. If you go into Roblox and look at its, I don't know, 3-month high, yeah, right here at the peak, right there, it's $73. Wait,
Son of a
there was-
bitch.
there's a
Wow.
giant, look at this. Roblox here had a market value December 9th of $124. $124 a share, right? Because the market's shit right now, you can buy Roblox for $45. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's like if you're looking for a long-term kind of investment,
Yeah, it
that
looks
could be a good
right?
option because you can probably triple your money in like a year. But I'm not a financial
Yeah.
advisor.
And so
I
not only can
also-
you, this is great. You can
I-
make money peddling porn to kids. I love
Yeah,
it.
now that you know you can have big sex parties on Roblox, then hey,
Right?
it's
Hey, now
bound
the
to
stock's going to
explode.
go through the roof thanks to this podcast.
Well, hopefully they'll get
No,
a handle on that. Because
That's much better.
Yeah, hopefully they get a handle on that because I have 2 young children that love Roblox, and over Christmas and stuff, that's what they get gift cards to Roblox, and it's immersive world for children, and it's almost like a virtual playground. And is it being infiltrated by pedophiles? Maybe. Can hopefully your children have enough sense to be away from them? I know my daughter, she's 10. She talks about how they call them slender men. It's like slender
Oh.
men is like what
Ooh.
10-year-olds and 8-year-olds called pedos now.
Okay.
And so they kind of have this awareness in that virtual realm that these slender men are out there. So no, it's real, and hopefully Roblox will get a fucking handle on that. Yeah.
In the interim, I'm going to need you to Kevin Smith the shit out of this Boxanne movie so I can buy some Roblox stock.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Much better than the
like
way
Ryan
I've been
and
earning.
Also,
money.
that I don't know if that was advice to fat pedophiles, but take it for what
You
it
know
is.
what I like to do sometimes because I watch YouTube a lot and at work, and I watch a lot of like To Catch a Pedophile or like pedophile dads or whatever that's called, and or not pedophile, it's dads who catch predators, and it's great. I love it. But sometimes on my break, I'll go on the sex registry, right?
And see who's around.
And see who's around. And like, there's like, oh yeah, there's one guy in the building across from me, and they give you the address and they give you everything, what they did. I found one, it was like this guy who was like 84, and they told you what hospital bed he was in at St. Francis.
Oh,
And
wow.
he had these like raping children under the age of 1 and all this stuff. No, it was, and he had all these counts, and they tell you, and they also tell you where he is. And then at the header, it's like, it is against the law to retaliate against these people, because you read this shit and you're just like, we should, but I'm not going to say it, but
You know what the fucked up thing is there?
Yeah.
You walk into that hospital room, they've got pillows right the fuck there.
They got pillows right there, right?
Mhm.
That's
You
all.
just sign in and say, hey, I'm his long lost nephew.
I'm
and
his grandson, Dick.
I'm just going to go and say hi, Yeah. It's against the law to retaliate. Shit. Anyway, I hate fucking pedophile. I hate pedophiles. Yeah.
A couple of months ago, I logged into one of those looking at pedophiles in your area. I found there are 14 pedophiles within like a 3-block radius of me, which brings me to my point. If there are so many
You couldn't
pedophiles
find
in
beard
my,
dye fast enough.
there are so many pedophiles within a 3-block radius, then why do we keep meeting at my house?
Yeah,
the websites I go to tell me that there are hot MILFs in my area.
It's because you have the best snacks.
And the ready to
Big
fuck?
Daddy, that's why. You have the best
I
snacks.
had the best snacks.
That's why, Big Daddy.
everybody loves rap.
Did you just say
Goddamn
rap
rap
snacks?
snacks.
Oh man, my favorite rap snack is the plain unsalt, kind of low salt one. It's like one of the producers. I forget
Goddamn
who it
rap
is.
snacks.
Yeah.
Now, if that producer doesn't have high blood pressure, then that is cultural appropriation. That's all I'm
Oh.
gonna say. And that's
I don't
why I
believe
don't. That's why I
Believe
don't
me.
eat wrap snacks because
The first time I
I feel it's
saw a
wrong.
They
display
are a
of wrap
tasty snack.
the first time I ever saw a display of wrap snacks.
I was a
See, here's
little
the
offended
thing.
when I saw it.
You were
Yeah,
buying incense.
But then I saw the one that looked like Big Daddy. And I was like, should I buy it for him? No, that might be construed as racist. I'm not going to buy it for him.
But the thing that gets me, right, is it's a horrible fucking idea. And I understand who they're marketing to and why. But I'm looking at this display.
And they're right
They're
next to
like-
the Newports and the coconut flavored blunts.
and the hot sauce. I'm looking at this display and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. And of course, there's like a couple of white ladies walking past me. I think I've said this before. And it doesn't look like I'm horrified at
No, it
this
looks like you're
display.
stunned.
It looks like I'm fucking shopping for wrap snacks. Because I'm just standing there staring at it as if to
You
say,
can't decide.
finally, here's my shit. I've been waiting for years for Cheetos in the shape of Biggie Smalls' nipples. And now here's my chance to support another gold teeth for Lil what's his face or
You know, speaking of, just real quick, I was in a supermarket one time. I was in my early 20s. I was in a supermarket in Camden, New Jersey. Camden, New Jersey is maybe not the greatest neighborhood, you know, in the world.
whole town.
There's no police department. Let's put it that way. And of Camden, it's a city, no police department of its own. But I went into the supermarket, and I'm with my friend Damien, and it was a crowded supermarket, and I was in the dairy section, and there was it was a carton of egg whites, and it was called Whites Only. And he was across the aisle, and I went, dude, finally something just for us.
Yeah,
And,
I went to the Acme, and there was a sign up. It said "Crackers love cheese," and I said, "Hey, wait a minute."
I kind of do though.
But yeah, you know,
I love cheese. I'm
have you
a
ever said
cracker.
no
The
cheese?
crackers love cheese. I took that personally.
and
I
I
mean,
was
if you ain't wrong, you know what I mean.
I do love cheese.
It's hard not to. I mean, cheese is great on almost everything.
I'm eating cheese right now.
See
But
that?
that Ritz advertisement was suspect.
You know who's not eating cheese right now? Big Daddy's not eating cheese.
Lactose
Suspect.
intolerant. I thought I heard something.
I call it lactose intolerant. I only eat dark cheese.
Dark
What
cheese.
the fuck is dark cheese?
Yeah.
Dark cheese, like a Humboldt fog or something. I'm just
I couldn't think of anything else quick enough.
Only the yellow American for me, please.
Let's end this block and take our little break here real quick and come
All
back
right.
and talk to our guests.
Ladies and
That was
gentlemen,
a
this will be the end of
good-
our A block here on the Media Virus Podcast. You can always reach us at 1-646-VIRUS-01. That's 1-646-VIRUS-01. If we happen to be on the air when you call, like maybe in a few minutes on our B block, we will answer your call. You can talk to the investing team, and this week you can talk to the director and cast from Boxanne the movie. I wouldn't worry yourselves too much. It probably won't happen, but we are asking. And
wait. I could have someone call in.
And we'll be back right after.
Wait, what's the phone number?
1-646-VIRUS-01.
Okay.
That's a real number. No bullshit.
Promise?
I promise.
Swear to God.
All right, I'm going to post it. See if
All
somebody
right.
calls
Yeah,
in.
hand of Christ, do it.
All right.
And we'll be back right after this.
So wait, you saying you'd rather wait?
Hey, real quick. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that phone number one more time?
The African, because because his dick's bigger.
Can you repeat that one more time? The phone number?
646-VIRUS-01.
Oh, do I have to spell out? Wait. Slow down 1 second. 1,
It's above his head.
6, 4, 6. Wait, let me.
It's
Okay. 1, 6, 4, 6.
646 847
The
87.
numbers, if you forget,
Once-
the numbers right behind Mike's head.
Oh, okay. So 1, 6, 4, 6, 847
8701.
8701. Call now, bitches. All right. All right. I put the number and it said call now, bitches.
All right, I'm gonna open up. I got a phone window up. We can do text.
Is anybody else hearing like a lag or like from everybody's end that it's been like
It is a little
the
laggy.
mic is being okay? It's not just I didn't know it was my Wi-Fi or
No, I
something.
think it's you. Because I hear everybody pretty clear, except for you are real laggy.
Really?
It's always her, isn't it?
Well, no,
Usually, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Really, it's the state of Rhode Island. I think you get inferior Wi-Fi. So small.
Who's on Rhode Island?
No, is it really acting up though?
Juliet, our scorpion
Me.
goddess.
Is it really acting up?
It's not that bad. We can live.
Is that like your gamer tag?
I can
Scorpion
take it
Goddess?
off.
No, she's
No, that's actually my business name.
she does astrology and tarot
Oh,
and all kinds of stuff.
clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Nice.
Oh, her
Very
name's
cool.
Juliet. It's not Claire. I don't know where you got Claire. It's stupid name.
First name Claire,
Clairvoyant.
last name Voyant.
Voyant.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
clairvoyant.
clairvoyant over here. No, but
She'd tell you
Um,
why her last name is Buoyant, but you'd have to deal with her husband.
So I am an astrologer, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, I'm a Reiki practitioner, and I also create my own witchcraft tools and I sell them online for people.
Very cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Our camera guy Brian makes a lot of money selling raccoon penises on Etsy.
Really?
True. It's true.
So if you ever have a need for a raccoon penis in a spell,
Where does he get them from? Like, are
I
the
can't
raccoons
tell you.
are dead?
I can't.
He's got a guy.
Well, it's like the long
Find them
bone.
dead?
It's like the
I'll
long
tell you where you
bone.
can get raccoon penises from.
And they're these like
No.
long.
Does he like hunt them just to sell their?
No, he knows like somebody who does.
no, he makes
He's
the
got a guy.
hats out of the rest.
He's got a guy,
People
and he
actually
mounts them to
hunt the
jewelry, and like
raccoons?
he mounts them to jewelry, and all these people all around the world like buy them. There's like little witchy pendants and stuff.
He mounts raccoon penises to jewelry.
Yeah, well, to necklaces, and it's like, yeah, witches seem to love it.
Oh, we are totally booking him.
Can you imagine that? Like somewhere in the raccoon world, that dude's picture is up on like a wanted poster,
No,
and there's
he's
like raccoons grabbing
raccoon
the
cocks all over
raccoon-
the internet.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy. Run!"
Could you imagine
easiest
having
way
like
to do this? The
how to
easiest
dra-
way to do this would be like a guillotine raccoon pussy. You set up raccoon pussy with a guillotine in it.
You're like,
Right?
is that? Does anybody know what just happened?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck is going on? All right, I'm taking my Wi-Fi off because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay. And that worked.
Who could do a raccoon sex doll with the guillotine inside?
Have you guys actually ever been close to a raccoon? They're fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they're
That's
scared.
why you do the doll.
Yo, I tell you what.
Okay, it's working now.
Me and my son put down a raccoon in the middle of the night with a pellet gun.
Wow. Oh,
Walked out in the middle of the night. Motherfucker was on the deck. We had a flashlight. He had the pellet gun. He didn't know we were there. We snuck up on him. I turned the goddamn flashlight on. As soon as that motherfucker looked up at us, man, Matty boy put a bullet right between that motherfucker's eyes. One of those fucking destroyer pellets.
Is
Fucking
this in
blew
the
his brains the
suburbs
fuck
of
right out.
Fremont?
What?
Is this out there in the suburbs of Claymont?
No, we was in the Poconos at the time. It wasn't. This was years ago. It was a big motherfucker too.
They're terrifying.
And so, at what point did you pull out the duct tape?
Well, I mean, once it was dead, it gets cold. It gets cold quick. You know what I mean?
Got to be fast.
Raccoon
You
got
only
it
got
quick.
6 minutes.
If you're ready to pull the trigger on a raccoon, you better have the first length of duct tape stretched out, ready to go.
I mean, you can only put it in the microwave once.
Oh shit!
Does anybody need a real break, like a runoff to the
We get back to this.
What I love about that, Maddie, is that I know that you were burdened with that joke that was in your head, and it had to be told. So you're burdened with that. I totally get it. You're like, I gotta say it. Fuck it. I gotta say it.
You didn't want to.
No,
I didn't want to.
fucking
You're
involuntary.
burdened.
Everybody knows I can't help myself. It just comes a fuck out.
Burdened with the glorious burden.
All right, we're gonna come back. I'm coming back cold with the trailer.
Wait. Tipsy Tarot is not this week, right?
That's right.
It was
Okay.
supposed to be, but we'll do it next week.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I feel better now. That's why I was throwing that out there.
The
So,
fuck is that
but we
noise?
can do it
Oh,
next
God
week.
damn it.
What is it, me?
You okay?
No,
Ooh.
yeah. I have this constant glucose blood sugar monitor now.
Mm,
And it
freestyle?
beeps my phone when my blood sugar is high. And my blood sugar, and I was trying to figure out what this fucking noise was in my headphones. It's that. But
Is that the freestyle?
me? Am I
No,
the
it's-
one that raises your blood pressure?
blood
Is
sugar.
that what
no.
you're saying? Blood sugar?
Blood sugar.
Oh, that would be me.
All right. Let's make it sweet. Let's go.
All right. Can you take your share down real quick, or is that not a share? That. All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to come back cold with the trailer, and then we'll go right into the interview. So let's share this screen. Here we go.
You turn that up.
Dane Werther was stuck in a rut.
Hey, who is that?
Sorry. Traffic
What?
was
But
No, my knife was shit.
Resigned to a life of retail hell.
You guys got glory holes? We're not that kind of place.
Until one day, he met an unexpected muse.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, you're Boxanne, the sex doll.
Good. You better know my name. You picked it.
And he began to dream again.
You're so talented. You should be a professional comic book artist.
Oh, I will be. I have dreams. No, more than that, I've got a plan.
Alone, he's a nobody. But together, they're magic. Patrick Rugseger.
Oh, what the son of a...
Relax, silly. It's good luck.
Yeah, well, getting shit on is good luck. I must be the luckiest man on earth.
Gabrielle Rambo.
What's wrong, Dane? Don't you love me? Don't you want me?
We work together.
Luke Nasty.
When a person opens themselves up to people, possibility for positive change, even true love, blossoms.
And Angela Marie Teague as the voice of Boxanne. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with director Brian Wilde, Patrick Rugseger, Gabby Rambo, and I guess that's it for tonight. But, well, there's me. I did do the voiceover there in the official trailer. Had a good time doing it all by myself here. Never actually went into the same room with any of these folks during this production. But I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to have the red carpet premiere at Theater N here in Wilmington Friday night. And how's everybody doing?
Good. Thank you
Very
for having
good.
us.
Yeah,
for
thanks
having
for
us
having
on.
us.
Yeah, we're absolutely excited to have you. I mean, to have something here in Delaware like this is pretty slick. You know, I really don't think there's a lot of talented people here in Delaware, and I don't think we get the I don't think we get the props that we probably should most of the time. So
Well, do we really even have an outlet to get the props? You know, there isn't much of a art culture, at least for underground artists. You know, in Wilmington. Yeah.
right, I there the music scene is improving, but as far as art culture, I would agree. There's not much there
No.
for us.
Mhm.
There's
Usually it's more focused on the murder.
Come on,
Right.
come on. I look, I love Wilmington, right? So I'm not going to let you just sit there and insult it like that. You know, I mean, it's like this is still my home, you know. So like, but yeah, anything I could do to kind of help lend a more of a visual arts underground kind of vibe to Wilmington, you know, because there's a void, you know, and it's like if anybody has a desire to do something, is you just put in the hours and you put in the work and you just present it, you know, and you know, people have been kind of pretty welcoming to a point.
And it's actually been pretty cool for me. I've done some community theater, and that was actually kind of my way of getting my voice out in front of people a little bit more than I have in the past, so I could do something with it. And honestly, you and I have a lot of ancillary contacts. It's kind of weird that we've never bumped into each other because we know a
Yeah.
lot of the same
Yeah.
people, and
Especially with that hair of yours. I mean, it's like
yeah, right.
no.
But like everybody on this show is a friend of Marshall Manlove. So I understand that Marshall knows you, and
Yeah, I used to work at Parcels, a bike courier service,
okay,
around 2001, and Marshall worked there. So yeah.
right. So that's it's just it was really interesting when we connected online for whatever I don't even recall what it specifically was that made us connect, but when we connected online, it was interesting. We had a lot of very similar friends. Johnny
Yeah.
Dye or John Del Terrio, a lot of guys in just that have some connection back to the arts in Delaware, and
Yeah, I'm people who know people, right?
yeah,
No, I'm
right.
just kidding. No, I mean that's the whole
The
point of
circles, they
Facebook.
intersect.
You know, yeah, Facebook isn't all about, you know, hating our neighbors. You know, it's about networking and trying to reach out. You know,
It's about starting fights, about vaccination, boy.
And honestly, it was your profile pic with that hair. I was like, who is this what is that hair? I know, yeah, I think I sent you a meme. It was from Johnny Boy. Remember Dan
Right.
Aykroyd from Johnny
Yep.
Boy?
Uh-huh.
He had that same hairdo, and I was like, yeah, and I think that's how
Yeah, I mean,
and that's when we fell in love.
yeah,
You had a sense of humor. You know?
yeah, exactly. You know, and
Wait,
you
you
know,
have a sense of humor?
Yeah, you know, not a lot of people have that anymore. You know?
Fucking weird. I didn't even know it. Keep it secret.
And then I heard that voice, and it was like talking about you. I mean, your voice is
your
voice is
internet
very
cut
nice.
out. But thank
Mine?
you. Yeah, you, I heard that voice, and you.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It was like gargling balls or something. You know?
So
it was a sex doll face.
So did you write this movie, or is this like, tell me about the movie? I don't know anything about it.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you didn't do your research. What do you have?
No, fuck you. You tell me. That's
Yeah,
the
my
point.
job. Glad to see you guys prepared. Well, let's see. Boxanne is about Dane. He's the manager of a sex shop who falls in love with a real doll after he names her, and she comes to life, at least in his own mind, right?
Well, yeah. How did you become connected with the project, though? Like, how did you?
So my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, worked at His and Hers Couples Boutique on Kirkwood Highway. Shout out. And she was like, "Hey,
that is a good job."
Yeah, much love to my peeps over at His and Hers. So she was like, "Hey, we got these dolls in," and she came in a case. We built her, and she's in a box. And the girls call her Boxanne, and I was like, Oh, man, I bet I could make a whole movie about that, or at least 6 pages of something. And and then two and a half years later, 2 years later, we're here.
You're not just the director. This is your brainchild. Like you wrote, you created this movie.
Well, no, I think I leaned heavy on the girls from His and Hers, and they kind of told me stories and interesting people, and we tried to work them in. And then Christy Wall, my friend Christy Wall, she co-wrote it. She wrote the screenplay. It was kind of my story, but yeah, I pulled in from a lot of people. And then when we were on set, I kind of let everybody the actors act, and we all, got loose and kind of improv a bit. And, we had a nice structure of a scene, and we let the actors kind of play within that scene. And I think we got a really good product from that.
Now, the main character, what was his name?
Patrick.
Patrick's character.
Dane, the award-winning Patrick Rootseger. Dane just won Best Actor at the IndieX Film Fest in Los Angeles, and I think that guarantees our ticket out there in the fall. So thank you. I was nominated. I was award nominee for Best First Time Director and Best Indie Short. So always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But much love to Patrick for actually bringing home the fucking win as Best Actor. So good job.
All right.
Right on.
Congratulations. It's an honor just to be nominated.
Yeah, it was great. It was wild, Yeah.
Now, how much of that character was written, and how much was
Patrick
did bring to that? Because I look at that, especially with the haircut, and it looks to me like that's the type of dude that like his lip starts to tingle when he thinks about Skull Long Cut.
So I'm gonna interject real quick. Yeah. I worked with Patrick a couple of years ago on a Halloween show that we did at CSP down in Newark, Chapel Street Players, and it was a radio play of.
Edgar Allan Poe.
We did. That was the second part of it, and the first part of it was the War of the Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing characters circa 1930s and 40s, and he was this buttoned-up guy, and I kind of was too. But I mean, when I started to see some of the stills from production and some of the little clips that you were posting along the way, that I because we're like I said, we're connected through so many other people. Before we were even friends, I was seeing some of this stuff, and I was like, wow, Patrick really surprised me, because I really thought Patrick was this buttoned up dude. And then I saw the first like actual clips with sound coming from Boxanne. I was like, wow, that's actually Patrick. No shit.
Yeah. He is a buttoned up dude, and he did such a good job of acting in this role. He's
I mean,
awards,
he's got range, man.
Yeah.
You got range.
Yeah, Patrick and I go back. We did a lot of community theater together, and Candlelight Theater, Wilmington Drama League. I was Scenic Painter on Sweeney Todd at Drama League, and you were
I was Pirelli in that one. Pirelli.
Yeah. Pirelli. Such a good job.
The Fratellis were in Goonies.
Oh yeah, the Fratellis.
Yeah. Totally different production.
Yeah. You're shoving the beard. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Drama League sounds like thespian crime fighters.
No, it's just a bunch of horny thespians. That's all. But that is theater in
Here we come, save the day with monologues.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're robbing this liquor store.
Wilmington Drama League, power up.
So was Patrick your first thought?
Actually, what's her face? Aubrey Plaza came from the Drama League.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So that's where she got her start.
God damn it, she's hot. That's all.
So I mean, back to Maddie's question, Patrick, how much of Dane is Patrick, and how much of Patrick is Dane?
Well, I did have to, especially with the hair, you do have to live the role a bit.
For a year and a half.
So when you went into your
Yeah,
day
yeah.
job with that haircut, like what did they? Because you look
Yeah,
like a guidance counselor at a high school for troubled kids.
I
With your
did have to
t-shirt.
prepare my coworkers a little bit. Luckily, I don't really have any contact with the public, so I don't have to put out any kind of public face to anybody. So I can pretty much, do whatever I want at work. But I just had to kind of prepare my coworkers that no, I'm not indeed trying to bring back the mullet. It's for this thing I'm doing. And at the time, it was only supposed to be like
I got
maybe
a
a
question.
couple of months.
What the fuck you talking about bringing it back? I don't know what the fuck you
Yeah,
mean
it
by
never went
bringing it back.
anywhere.
I don't know what the fuck.
Well,
you're
depending
talking
on
about.
where you are in the country, it never really
I
went
mean, I'm in
anywhere.
Delaware, just like you.
Here, anyway.
Hey, let me ask this guy something. How tall are you? I'm just trying to imagine the whole package. How tall are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I am 6'3", my friend.
Oh man, I bet. Okay. I'm just trying to imagine it in my head, like just how tall you are. Because you're like a Yeti who shaved this part of his face.
Yes. That's not the first. That's not the first time I've said that. Someone said
You're
that
like
to me.
you look like an ancient Chewbacca.
Last week was the full moon in Leo, and we talked about how he's becoming his werewolf being.
Yeah.
Because how hairy he is.
I was like, he looks like Wolverine's dad. You know what I mean? I was like, just shave this part, and he's like, Jack Nicholson and Wolf. Anyway.
Somebody that I refer to as staff writer Bill. I work on his. Like my job is working on his YouTube channel. And wow, my sugar's going through the fucking roof.
You should have a candy bar.
No, it's high.
Don't have a candy bar.
That's right. That's what I should do.
Thank you.
What was I? Oh yeah, he calls me shitty Gandalf and and shitty Jason Momoa. So that's what I get. But the Yeti that shaved the top of his face. That's not the first time I've heard that.
Okay.
I've heard a shaved ape. I've heard that when I'm not wearing a shirt, it looks as if I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
The sweater has gone from black to white, because age and so on.
Have you thought about
I'm just wondering,
coloring?
is there like a bald spot around your penis?
Have
Like,
you
trim
thought about
down there, like
coloring
so
your
is there like
body
a
hair?
triangle of like nothing?
How did this get on my body hair? You have a
It's
movie
so
to fucking
hairy.
promote. They're talking about their movie. We're talking about my body hair.
68 years old. It's really inappropriate to ask a 68-year-old man questions.
Hey, man, we had to sit
I'm
through the first
45,
hour.
68.
I'm gonna
I am
fuck.
not 68.
Oh, it's funny because he's actually about a month younger than me, so I had to.
I'm 68.
It's called Just for Men and a haircut. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, why don't you tell your face you're only 45? Jesus Christ, take a vitamin.
So yeah, Boxanne.
Great movie, right?
Wait,
That's what
weren't we
I
talking
hate.
about like moon cycles there for a second?
I don't know. Fuck you guys.
We
and your stupid
were.
movie. I don't
We
give
were.
a shit.
Way to go!
Yeah.
You've insulted one of the hosts.
I just want to know how tall he was.
That's how this started, right?
Do you actually like? Have you thought about actually like coloring your body hair though? Like color it black.
No, why would I
Go
color
pink.
my body hair?
Go pink.
I mean,
Go pink for next episode, and don't wear
People
your
do that.
shirt. You have pink. Hey, you could be like the Pink Panther.
Or maybe shave a design into it.
Yes.
In high school, sophomore year of high
Well,
school,
haven't you seen those pictures where dudes
I shaved my
connect
initials.
everything and, like,
I shaved my initials in my chest hair in high school.
yeah, nice.
Just yeah,
MRS.
high school.
Does.
Wow.
Can you guys do that? Could you do that for the show? Like next episode? Like
No, it itches like shit. There's no
Oh,
way.
if we're doing Tipsy Tarot next week, you should announce it by taking your shirt off because it's shaved into you.
It'll say
Tipsy Tarot.
Okay, listen. I'll tell you what. I'll shave my chest and take my shirt off. If you shave your chest and take your shirt off.
I don't need to shave.
Sounds like a deal.
That's not what I heard.
From who?
Sounds like my ex.
He still got the rug burn. Can we get back to the interview now?
Yeah.
I think Gabby might have something to say.
I love
doubt
Gabby.
it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Hey.
How was your experience with making Boxanne?
You know, it was interesting. Before Boxanne, I'd mostly done theater. And so I was used to, coming to a rehearsal and doing one thing for a set amount of time and doing the show and then being done. So it was a really different experience to do 2 or 3 hour shoot and then not do anything for a month and then come back and have to get back into it. So it's definitely a different experience. And it was interesting because it was more of a challenge, I think, to connect with the character, because every time I was away from her, I'll be like, well, maybe she doesn't think this or that, or maybe she would act a different way. So trying to keep her consistent throughout was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, because you're in theater, your first inclination is to really work your way through the character, and it's a finite period of time, and
Yes.
you know from opening night, okay, I'm going to be this way every night for so many nights, and that's going to be it.
Yes, for sure.
Definitely
It's almost easier that way. You know what I mean? Like because you kind of have to get so deep into a character that it's almost a relief to be done with it and to,
set it free.
You're free. I imagine that must have been difficult to kind of essentially carry someone else with you for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine carrying an entire production for a year and a half.
So how was that experience for you, Brian?
Carrying that sex doll for a year and a half.
You definitely don't want to do that.
It was, it took so long because COVID restrictions. We started filming right at the beginning of the shutdowns. So, we were only able to, his and hers, we were able to film off hours only on weekends. So we would get in at 5 a.m. and have to be out of there by 9:30. And, so you only had so much time. And then we had to rewrite scenes and take scenes that were originally indoors and bring them outside. And, no bars wanted to let us in to film. So we had to deal with that for a while, and,
right.
But I think Gabby did a wonderful job. She brought the Patsy character to life in a way that I wasn't thinking about. And I feel like same with everyone. I feel like almost that year and a half where it's kind of this thing that's in the back of your mind. So you could kind of keep thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And then, other people are thinking about it. And as we're filming and growing, then we start adding things and we start developing the characters more. And I think the movie was better for it. I think, I almost liked the year and a half because look, it went by in a blink of an eye, and I think everybody did a wonderful job.
Do you think now did COVID interrupt what was going on? You were all set up and then this shit happened? Actually,
I don't want to sound boastful because COVID was a nightmare for a lot of people. But it was the best time of my life financially. I was my hours were deferred, so I qualified for unemployment. Once on unemployment, I got that that plus up kind of thing. Plus you got those COVID relief checks and stuff. So I would take that money and buy gear, so as every week would go by, I'd be like, okay, so I need this boom mic or the shotgun mic. And I would kind of, start investing in myself with that money instead of blowing it on coke and hookers, which I really wanted to do. It was man, I should take all this money and spend it on coke and hookers.
Well, I mean, I like the way you think. Instead of getting the coke and the hookers, you make a movie. Hopefully the movie gets you more coke and hookers and another movie.
Right.
That is forward thinking. That is forward fucking thinking.
Proactive, my friend. You should.
Yes. And ultimately, Boxanne was a script based on a location and a prop we had access to, and we didn't have to pay a dime for it.
That's
this movie didn't cost anything. Everybody put their time and their heart and their energy into it, and created, I think, art. And I took that money and bought cinema lenses and ND filters, and it allowed me to have that $50 a month creative suite, Adobe Creative Suite thing, and yeah, it just built this, right? So you can think about, maybe what a UBI could do for Americans, like in the next election cycle, like we need to start talking about universal basic income again, because it eliminates poverty, it takes people up and like elevates them, and sure, you'll have an element of people that buy coke and hookers, and that's their life, but it's also could inspire children, young adults, old adults
for coke and hookers
to be able to take that step and to start working on themselves.
Coke and hookers for all
Adderall and hand jobs. Start out with
I got on
Adderall.
my soapbox.
Hand jobs across America.
Yeah, let's go back to hand jobs. Yeah.
I've been peddling this idea for 3 years now. Hand jobs across America.
Dude, I'm so old. I partook in that. It went down through Stanton. Went down through Newport and Stanton. I remember standing there and
I was there.
Yeah,
definitely remember
that.
He was the one with the gloves.
I was like, I thought we were supposed to hold hands. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was a rough day, man. It was a rough day.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah, but
everyone here, was this everybody's first time? Because I know you said, Brian, you got first time ever directing. So it's your first movie of a director. Have you done anything else? And then Gabby, you said you've done theaters. It's your first time acting in like film. And then Patrick, I think you said that you've been in other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
everybody
ADHD.
answer at once.
I'm all over the place. Yes, do that. That's how my brain operates. Just go. All ready, go. Answer.
Okay. Ladies first, Gabby, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've been doing theater since like high school, and I had done one other very short film project before this that was like 1-day shoot. And so this was really my first time doing film. And it was different, but it was like a whole other experience that was cool in a different way.
Would you want to do film again? Or do you think you're going to stick with theater?
I mean,
or would you be like, I'm going to bounce back and forth?
I think, after this experience now, I feel like I know like what to expect with film versus theater.
Right.
Theater's like my passion. But I would definitely do film again. It's like Brian said, because you have sort of that timeline, there's more of like a developmental aspect to it. And it's sort of like, especially when your creative team is so hands-on and the story can kind of evolve as the characters and the actors and the needs of the production evolve, which is not necessarily something as easily accessible in a theater setting.
Right.
I did this was my first film, I think, back as an adult. I did when I was back in 2004, I made a film called True Love, A Picnic and the Undead. It's a Victorian age silent era zombie film, ends in gratuitous nudity and excessive gore, not to give anything away. And you can find it on YouTube, True Love, A Picnic and the Undead. So I did that back in 2004, and then did theater and then I did podcasts. I hosted a podcast called Dorks and Forks for some years. And
oh fuck, dude, my brother-in-law I think he was on there a while back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Josh Santiago.
Oh, I love Josh, is my boy.
Yeah. I love
Josh.
Sister.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
It was a while ago. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's good.
Yeah, I love Josh. Yeah, he would come and make a chimichurri. Hey, Brian. No, that's my Trump voice. I don't know. I went to Trump. He's like, I'm going to make a chimichurri. I'm going to make
You got to do that voice with a Hispanic accent.
It's like a Boston Hispanic accent. I love
it. It's a strange.
Yeah,
it's fascinating. Sometimes he'll just talk and I'll just zone out.
Yeah.
I zone out a lot when people talk.
We know.
It's never intentional. Really? It's not intentional. It's just like
perfect for a podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as for me, similar to Gabby, I also started out in theater, way back in high school in the dark ages, and it was still men playing all the parts then. But yeah, did a couple of smaller roles in a couple of independent films in the past 5 or 6 years. But this is really my first, lead role in a film, of this length or magnitude, and yeah, it was a great time.
And it's 40 minutes. It's a short film. It's
Yeah.
40 minutes long. Yeah.
Do you have a preference? Like Gabby said, theater's for passion. Do you share the same passion?
I do. I mean, theater was kind of like the first love. So and it's always good to go back to that. Like I just last weekend finished did a play down in Delaware City, and it was really nice. It was actually the first live theater I had done since the pandemic.
Wait.
About 2 years or so.
You just finished a play in Delaware City. Curious Savage?
Yeah.
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 I was in the Curious Savage. I was Jeff.
He was brilliant. I attended the matinee.
Oh shit! That's why that name is familiar. Okay.
You saw it?
Yes,
awesome.
I have a very close association with Reedy Point.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, Reedy Point was the first theater I did a show at when I moved to Delaware about 20 years ago. So yeah, they've always had a special place in my heart. That's where I started in Delaware, and every few years or so, I'll do a show down there, even though it's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, it's a drive for everyone.
But it's nice. It gives me time. You can run your lines in the car on the way to and from rehearsals.
I have done that.
There's a spot out there in Delaware City called Krabby Dick's. That I fucking love, except for the fact that their tap water tastes like they get it from the fucking bay. And I can't stand it.
You can't drink the water down there.
Yeah, no. Krabby Dick's is like, if you want a day drink, Krabby Dick's is the spot, right? Because you could sit on their deck, you could have a couple big beers, and then you can walk down to that blacksmith shop and like buy like old iron axe heads and shit. Like it's the best. Make a day of that.
That's where I thought you were going. I was like, it's on the water. It's a nice view. No,
there's this.
Heads.
Yeah, and then the guy will be like, "Hey, I could train you on how to make a blacksmith." And it's like, have you ever been into that? It's like this giant barn, and it's like a 300-year-old blacksmith shop, and it's like, oh, the smell, and it's like everything's old, and there's all this old iron, and he like gives classes and.
I want to do that.
Oh my god! Fun. Oh my god!
I went to Delaware City for brunch, and I came back a blacksmith's apprentice.
Dude, my wife is always like, I'm gonna get you classes at the blacksmith. I'm like, okay, but like he's got like all this like double axe heads and so all this stuff mounted to the walls, and you can be like, you can walk in and be like, how much for that? And he's like, well, let's see, $30, I reckon. You're like, yeah, I'll take that, and you can leave with like crazy stuff, hobby stuff you could hoard, it's cool.
Get drunk and leave with sharp objects.
Yeah, it's great.
That's
great.
Always a good idea.
And he's like, and he's got some skulls and stuff, like it's cool. Like, yeah, it's a cool spot. Go check that dude out.
All right.
After some beers. After some
Mike,
beers.
If only I was in Delaware, I'd go.
Mike, let's split this up and go on the C block.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of our B block. We'll catch you just in a few minutes on the C block, where we're going to we'll get together with our buddy Dick Rockingham for I Wish I Didn't Know That trivia, and hopefully our friends will stick around for I Wish I Didn't Know That. It's kind of a fun game. In the interim, if you want to give us a shout, you can give us a shout at 1-646-VIRUS-01. That's 1-646-VIRUS-01, and we'll be back right after this.
Yay.
I wish I could hear the ball.
Fun.
So, what's going on, guys?
Hanging out, man, just chilling, talking about this movie. How you doing?
I need to know what everybody's birthday is before we go on, because I'm internally dying right now. The guests, I know everybody else's birthday.
Ladies first.
What do you think it is?
Okay, you may.
I'm thinking it right now.
You might be a Virgo sun or a Virgo rising, but I could be totally wrong. There might be Gemini too. I'm getting like Mercury with you. Brian, I just feel like Brian might be a Sagittarius.
God damn,
Gabby, I'm not too sure. Yeah, you're an very obvious Sag. You're like, you scream chaos.
Yeah, but
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay, that makes.
What is she?
A Taurus, just like
The
you.
only good one. All right.
I'm Scorpio.
Shut the fuck up.
November 5th.
I'm the 18th. I love my Scorpios. Do you know what your rising is?
Tell you what's rising right now.
Have you ever done your chats?
No, I haven't.
What about your chart? Have you ever done your chart?
Send, if you know your birth time in the group chat we have, send it because I would like to know.
Because he wants to give that to everybody in the chat.
Hey,
I wish I
what's
did,
the-
but yeah, I don't.
What's the
have time.
phone number again? What's the phone number again?
It's 646. Go ahead.
1646.
Virus.
847.
Virus. Like the
Wait,
virus is
Virus,
going around.
All right, virus, yeah. 1646 virus, what?
01.
847-8701.
All right.
Wait, when's your birthday, Brian?
November 23rd.
Okay. Haha.
Haha.
You get a
Aha.
Thanksgiving every now and again.
What is that? Like, haha. Ooh, haha.
My older
Did you just
brother
like
is
roll
20
dice or something? Did you just roll like stones after you learned my birthday? She goes, haha. And then
She threw some runes out there or something.
some runes drop, and she's like, starts like fucking reading the bones and shit, you know?
No, I just
Dude,
wonder. I wonder
she's
if
gonna
you're.
start rock. Yeah.
I
She
wonder
cut her
if-
hand and put it into a burning cauldron.
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to start like rocking and humming in place. That you, fucking white people.
You've seen our show.
I wonder if your Mercury's in Sag like mine too, because you just blurt a lot.
My
of
Mercury's
shit
in
out.
the shop.
Transmission again.
Yeah. I've got a candy corn rising.
I can't ignore rising.
That's why your blood sugar's through the roof.
Oh, my blood sugar's so high, I got a candy corn rising. All right, we're gonna get back to this dumb shit we do.
All right. Well, we might as well make a show of it. We're gonna come in. I'll come in cold again with your music and throw to you for.
How are we doing the teams? Are we going to decide that after we come back on?
Yeah, we'll decide on it.
Panel versus guests. 3 and 3.
Oh.
And it's 2 boys versus 1 girl on each side.
Just the way Big Daddy likes it.
Actually, you just how dare you assume my gender?
Oh shit! That's a faux pas.
How dare you?
You stepped in it. You're canceled. Hang up on her.
Don't let the
22.
you
You don't assume
You
gender.
assumed my gender.
Okay, we're going to do sex. 2 males, 1 female versus 2 males, 1 female. Or throw gender out. We'll go by sex. How about that?
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Sex.
You guys are so.
You realize most of us are Gen X, and you're confused.
We are too old to understand that, so just roll with it.
Gender and sex are 2 different things.
All right, here we go. We're coming back in. I'm going to come in cold with our game show music.
Gucci.
And here we are, back on the Media Virus Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite trivia show. I wish I didn't know that, with our host, Dick Rockingham.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another round of I Wish I Didn't Know That, the game show that I bought at Kohl's on clearance. Okay, here we go. We are doing, what are we doing? We're doing Battle of the Sexes again. We're doing the boys versus the girls. Is that?
No, that's not fair. There's only 2 of us.
Okay, then we're doing panel versus guests. We're doing
Yes.
the 3 guests and the 3 panel members. And basically, again, I bought this game on clearance at Kohl's. Says, I wish I didn't know that. It is filthy trivia. And that's right. So is everybody ready?
We need to explain the rules to the guests because they don't know how to play, and we have to come up with team names.
So how do we ring in?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So either panel, if somebody on the panel knows the answer, you're going to yell out panel. If one of the guests knows the answer, you're going to yell out guest. Then I'll call on you. I'll figure out who came in first. I'll call on you. You answer. If you're right, you get the point. You get the card. If you're wrong, they get to steal, but they get to confer on the answer. You can also, and it's a multiple choice. So there will be an A, B, C, or D after each. After each question. You ready?
And the shirt has to come off.
Do it
Yeah,
slowly.
everybody has to take their shirts off.
Yeah, we do the shirts and skins.
That's right.
I'm wearing a one piece, so I can't take mine off.
That's fine. Take that off too. Okay.
We can only see it from the waist up. Nobody will notice.
No, it's I can't get it. So the other team has to take their shirts
Okay.
off.
Well, if everybody's ready, here we go.
All right,
What
guys,
is?
it's all up to you, man.
All right. Okay. Now, what is the average age for people in the United States to lose their virginity? Is the answer A, 14 and a half, B, 21 and a half, C, 17.4, or D, 16.1?
Panel.
Panel, chime in.
I'm going with 16.1.
Going with 16.1, and that is the D. That is incorrect.
God damn it. Sorry,
Yes.
guys.
So we've eliminated one of
them.
them.
Now let's find out if she's prude or a whore.
All right. So
Because there's no in between.
There's no in between.
So
I was thinking like 17.
That's what I was
Gabby,
gonna guess after 16.
Gabby, Patrick, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
17.
I concur. Yeah.
17.
everyone on the guest panel is absolutely correct. The answer is C, 17.4, and the guests take the lead with a
job.
steal.
Good job, team. Good job.
I was 23. I was a late bloomer.
I was 12.
Oh my god.
Who raped you?
Yeah, I was gonna say
He
Big
was
Daddy.
72. No, wait.
And what was his name?
Yeah, I was gonna say what was his name?
What church? What church did you go to?
Yeah.
You did.
Everybody's
say-
got that one molesting uncle.
No, I didn't. I was a Catholic and a Boy Scout, but apparently I was too fat because nobody, not molested
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Wallbang.
It does.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's like.
It hurts.
You know what it is? You were too hairy. You were too hairy. You look like a grown fucking man.
Even at 8 years old.
Well, let's say that you've just settled down to masturbate, and you realize that, well, you're out of your best lube. Which of the following is recommended by sexpert Megan Barnett as a temporary replacement? Is the answer A, petroleum jelly, B, hand cream, C, spit, or D, none of the above?
Panel.
Panel, what's your guess?
I'm going with spit. It's the most
I
natural
can't-
idea.
No, apparently
I-
no. You
Could you
are
repeat?
incorrect.
Could you repeat it?
Well,
No, the answers. The
answer. I'll repeat the answers that are left. The answers that are left are petroleum jelly, hand cream, or none of the above.
I'm gonna
Okay,
say. I'm gonna say
Yeah, none.
A.
Is that the consensus
I'd
amongst-
say none of the above.
I'd say none of the above.
None of the above. None of
Here,
the
Because the
above.
first two are, irritant.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you do.
petroleum jelly.
Especially if it's scented.
Okay.
She sounds like she's speaking from experience.
I say no. Okay. Well,
As her answer takes us into the lead. He is absolutely correct. None of the above.
Yeah, but
Haiti,
hold on,
Haiti
hold on
ho
one
high. I'm going in
Okay,
dry.
hold on.
Hold on one second. Hold on
Ladies,
one
ladies.
second. I got to go to the
Ladies.
judges with this one because there's that stuff called Santorum, and it's a frothy byproduct between
That's
petroleum
Rick.
jelly.
That's a senator from Pennsylvania. Rick
No.
Santorum.
Yeah, but Santorum is what is it's the frothy byproduct that is generated from Vaseline and anal
No,
sex.
Santorum is a like a voodoo religion where they light candles.
Bro, Google Santorum, Urban Dictionary Santorum. So it's a
I could have
viable
lived my
option
whole
because
life
there's a
without
term
knowing
for
that.
it.
Well, that would
There's-
still fall under none of the above.
Who's got a laptop in front of them? Look up Santorum.
The
Urban
issue
Dictionary.
I have with these answers is you cannot do dry hand jobs. Ladies, you cannot do a dry. That's how you start fires. I can't tell you.
Only when you rub it on mahogany. You know what I'm saying? Which of
Did
the
they happen to say
following?
what the correct answer was?
It was none of the above.
It was none of the above.
No, but I mean, since it was none of the above, did they say what it
What
is,
is
actually
it?
is?
An
No,
unscented
we
hand
need
cream
to
will
know.
work perfectly well.
I think it's arguable.
Petroleum
mouth.
jelly isn't going to work because it's going to get in the tip and
Dude,
it's not
it's
going to
worked
wash
since the
off very
dawn
well.
of time. Vaseline is petroleum jelly. Am I wrong?
No, it's the
It
same thing.
works,
Vaseline.
but it's going to
jelly.
get
works.
like stuck in the
It
tip.
is trusted.
So it works. It's been tested. My only thing is don't dry hand. No. Just say no to dry hand jobs. That's
Yeah,
my
well, in that
point.
when you get like a burn, just go on
Yeah.
like
Coconut oil is the new trend lubricant.
You know what?
coconut
And
oil.
it smells like pina colada.
Yeah.
If you like
Yeah,
pina
sure.
coladas,
Yeah.
pina colada
chuck it
dick.
on like a dick.
It's even safe for like, sex and stuff too. Coconut oil. You won't get like yeast infections and shit from it. So
I am allergic
never
to
had a yeast
coconut
infection.
oil.
I'll be
I
proud to
will
say.
break out in hives with
boy.
coconut oil.
Okay, well, let's
then not for you.
moving forward. Which of the following is slang for the perineum, or the area between the anus and genitals, usually
that's easy.
on a man?
I know this one.
Is the answer A,
Jump in.
Route 66? Is it B, Gooch? C,
Panel.
the cat's cradle? Or D, Dust Bowl?
Panel.
Panel.
Go ahead, Big Daddy. Take it away. I already know what you're gonna say.
That's the gooch.
That is the Gooch.
The gooch.
The Gooch.
Tickle the gooch.
Lick his taint.
Ladies, if you
No
can
problem
learn,
with
you can learn to tickle the gooch as your
As
working
you
that shit.
as you
All
put
right.
the dick in your mouth, you want to cup the balls and just slightly tickle the gooch. The guys like it.
Okay.
Good to know.
Thank you so much for that. Oh, I can't wait till that's cut out.
All right.
Oh god,
All right, well.
that's gonna be a voice clip.
That's gonna be a clip.
That's a good
Now
one.
this one's just for the ladies.
Oh no.
The sexual
boy.
act of lying on your back with your legs raised and folded over your partner's shoulders while they squat and penetrate you is commonly referred to as
The best
A.
sex ever.
A, the butler's churner,
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay,
If I
man.
didn't know that your husband was black, I would have known by that answer.
Okay. Is that called A, the butler's churner,
I know what I call it. I'll tell you that.
B, Lisa's migraine, C, leg day, or D, Harry Squatter?
Ladies.
I don't know. I just like to do it. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I like to call it the pile driver.
Yeah, I've heard shit like that.
Abby's trying to stay as quiet as possible. She's like, I'm not participating.
I just don't know the
Run down
name.
Run down the names one more time. We can
Okay,
pick out what makes the most sense.
Yeah.
A, the butler churner. Oh no, the butter churner. I'm sorry. The butter churner.
Oh.
Lisa's migraine. B, Lisa's migraine. C, leg day. Or D, which is my favorite. That gives it no weight, but my favorite is Harry Squatter.
Relatable.
I think we should go with that just because it's the best one.
I feel like I feel like I led you astray. Don't do that. Okay. Well, if both the ladies give up on this one.
Wait, I wanna guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say C, leg day, because I think that makes sense.
C, leg day. No,
I was gonna guess C as well.
That is
D
incorrect.
would be my second choice.
My first choice is the butter churner.
That is correct. It is the butter churner.
What the fuck?
That's
no point.
How does that make sense?
According to this game I bought on clearance at Kohl's.
That is also known as the stalker, because if you put that down on a woman, let me tell you something. The only experience I have had with a skinny chick was in that position, that fucking pile driver. And let me tell you, the phone calls and texts and where you at, baby? I'm like, all right, okay.
All right, we're gonna try one more ladies round, and here we go.
Pile driver.
All
okay,
right.
no, the sexual act of
1646 virus 01. See if you can get a pile driver today. Let's play professional wrestler. Put you on the ropes and give you that pile driver.
The sexual act of bending your knees and placing them on your partner's shoulder with a pillow under your hips while they perform oral on you is commonly referred to as a sleeping booty, B, snap, crackle, pop,
Oh shit.
C, David Copperfield, or D, Colgate Total.
Go with panel. I want to say sleeping booty because I like that.
No, you are incorrect.
I don't care. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Now, Gabby, do you need me to read you the remaining answers?
No, I think I'm gonna go with Colgate Total.
Colgate.
That makes sense, but
it is incorrect. Both of those are better than the answer provided here, which is C, David Copperfield.
Why?
Can you describe that sexual position again? I
didn't even really. I lost it like halfway through.
So
Wait,
what?
a pillow and knees and
the sexual act of bending your knees and placing them. So imagine a woman's laying on her back. She puts her knees on your shoulder. She puts pillow under her hip, and then you go down on her.
Wait, say that slower.
Have her hips raised. If you want to put in,
shut up. Ready?
Ah!
Ready? Yeah. You lay her down real slow. Right. and then like you got to kiss up one thigh, and down the other. Kind of just tickle her feet with your nose. Just a little bit. You pick up her ankles and lift them up so sultrily. I don't know, sultrily.
Did he say sultrily?
We're making up words, baby.
Sultrily.
And then I go in.
And then she puts the cradle of her knee right on your shoulder.
Bottom to the top.
And then you slowly kiss down her thigh. And then you spit out some pubic hair. You haven't shaved in a while. Hey, notice a little bit of toilet paper.
The big problem with this answer is that if the cradle of her knee is on your shoulder, you still can't reach.
Yeah. What?
Unless you're banging a
I
little
mean,
person.
clearly, I think it's obvious that whoever wrote these questions like never had sex. You know, they're just like making up words. You know?
Unless
It's for
you're banging a
Coles.
little person.
It's for
you can
Cole. It's
still-
from Coles. It's like Christians made it or something. You know.
It's still on my bucket list.
I think this is a thing.
Ladies, 1646-01. If you have any little people who would like to test out the this particular position with Big Daddy, we can figure that out. Otherwise, that shit ain't gonna work. It doesn't work. If her shoulders are up here, that means her crotch is like really fucking far away.
Well, does anyone else besides Big Daddy here work in the medical profession?
I work in the holistic.
Oh, well, maybe okay. All right. Well, that might help. But so boners have a mind of their own and happen anywhere. Getting a hard on at a funeral is called A, morning wood. B,
Your morning.
B, fucking sick. C, dead man's dong. Or D, casket cock.
Oh my God.
You know, I was really hoping. I call that. That's because I call my dick condolences. That way, when I go to funerals, I can offer my condolence.
After you just murdered the pussy.
After I murdered that pussy,
I would like
driver.
I would like to answer.
And the guest wants to answer.
There we go. Morning wood.
You are absolutely correct. It is morning wood.
Wait, did you just Google that on your phone?
No, I was just it made too much sense.
Oh.
Casket cock is awesome.
Yeah.
I was
my
gonna go
second
with
choice.
C.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with C. I forgot what it was, but I thought C. What was it again? Dead something?
Dead man's wood.
Yeah.
Dead man's dong.
Dead man's dong. Yeah. D.
Yeah.
No.
You know, I like to crack open a cold one every once in a while. You know, airlines have different ways of dealing with passengers dying mid-flight. Some Singapore Airlines planes come equipped with A, special seat in first class complete with bereavement blanket, B, an empty seat in the cockpit, C, a corpse cupboard to store the body until the plane lands, or D, a recorded announcement alerting other passengers of the dead traveler.
Panel. I'm going to go with the corpse cover.
Oh, you are absolutely correct. They have a corpse cupboard to store the body until the plane lands.
How often is your airline experiencing death?
Right.
I knew someone who
Ladies
they
and
were
gentlemen,
in.
this is your captain. There's a dead guy in seat 5B. Everybody steer clear of that. If you look on your right, there's a dead guy.
Look on your right.
You'll see the falling body of that man right into the ocean. Speaking of death, what is something women can still do after they have died? Is that B, lactate, or A, lactate, B, give birth, C, orgasm, or D, get their period?
Panel.
D.
Wait,
Damn. She beat me to it.
They can still give birth.
They can still give birth. Yeah, that is correct.
And we're tied, and I wish to call bullshit on that question and answer. I really thought it was going to be bitch and moan.
Well, Axl Rose said he can still hear her complain, you know.
Wait, Big Daddy answered, and I swear I thought I forgot we were panel. I thought we were guests, and I was like, oh, they beat us to it. Never. Thank God I'm not the only one on this team.
That's because you started out as a guest, and then.
Oh, that's right. Infiltrated your way to the other side.
No, that is not why I forgot.
So, I mean, that is the upside for all you folks tonight. If we really like you, we'll have you back on a regular basis, and you'll be stuck with us. I mean, you come back every week.
All right. Well, I'm looking at
Slow
the
down.
time. So I guess this one will go for a tiebreaker, and I guess we'll call it an evening. You know, dolphins are down to fuck at any moment. I
did know that.
They even use these as a way to get off. Is that A, their own mouth, B, dead fish heads, C, humans, or D, the bottoms of ships? Go ahead.
I'm going with dead fish heads.
You are absolutely correct. The answer is dead fish heads.
What?
You learned something new today. Dolphins fuck dead fish heads. That's all we have for this week on I Wish I Didn't Know That.
I wish I didn't know that. God damn.
Dick Rockingham, what have I won?
You have won the Dick Rockingham wallet and Dick Rockingham candle set.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Thanks for playing along, everybody. That was, as usual, I wish I didn't know that. Is fun. You still wish you didn't know that.
Yeah, it's aptly named.
Did you say that was a Dick Rockingham wallet?
That's right. And a Dick Rockingham candle.
What is the candle scented or unscented?
Yes, like
It
ham.
smells like his balls.
It sure is.
You've never heard the word ham
It
candle?
smells like his Dick Rockingham.
Ham wallet and ham candle are both disgusting euphemisms for genitalia.
I wasn't sure if it was joking until I realized the ham wallet. Then I got it.
I have to explain the joke. That means it's really funny.
Thank you, folks, for joining us. I can't wait to be in person with all you folks on Friday night. I will be.
Are tickets still available to the shindig or what? To the thing?
there's some left. Yeah.
And how do they get them? How do we get them? What do I do?
Are you shutting down?
Check out.
Well, you could go to theaterend.com and get them there. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. You know, Kitty Rotten's playing Lee Zimmerman, the puppet guy, is going to be doing a performance. The Delaware Normal is going to be there. Fright Night Sketches. It's an actual red carpet event, so you know, dress accordingly. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know.
So
it's not like a tuxedo, but you know, there's going to be there'll be a lot of pictures taken of you. So
there will be paparazzi. I know that.
Yeah, there's like three photographers and a videographer, and my boy Ty Break Jameson is a local comic. He's emceeing the whole night, so he'll be like interviewing people on the red carpet and stuff. So expect, you know, dress like, you know, wear your clean underwear. You know what I'm saying?
And
no, you can't make me do that.
I will say
underwear, Maddie.
I don't even think
Sure
you wear
wash
underwear.
your drawers.
we have reached out. We do have. I got press credentials for Maddie and Mrs. Maddie to work the red carpet as press. But I was wondering, if I'm pretty enough and I do my hair, can I walk the red carpet?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I mean.
Everybody can walk the red carpet. Like,
fantastic.
No, it's gonna be. It's do as you.
No,
when
everybody when you make everybody special and nobody's fucking special, I tell them no.
Yeah. No, like, you know, this is kind of like a. I feel like this is kind of like a celebration of like COVID's over and stuff. You know, the masks
celebration,
are
bitches.
fucking gone. Like let's just just be human again and breathe on each other and sit in a movie theater again and enjoy cinema and get trashed a little and
Let's just
enjoy
blow each
yourselves.
other
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
theater. Let's just blow each other in the theater.
You're coming
Well,
We'll rename it.
it depends on how
Theater
good you
DJ.
are, right?
Bring your coconut oil, boys.
No.
All
Well,
right.
this show went exactly as expected.
Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Gabby Rambo, Patrick Rugseger, director Brian Wild, Big Daddy, and the Scorpion Goddess, and naturally, on behalf of our revered host, Mr. Matty Rockdeff, I am Professor Mike Latoris. This has been the Media Virus Podcast, and we will be back again next week. In the interim, run out, get your tickets for the premiere of Boxanne the movie at Theater N, and join us Friday night for that. From high atop Uncle Butch Studios, again, I'm Professor Mike Latoris, and we'll be back next week.
Well, she wants to know why you're in the hospital.
Oh, well, I'm in the hospital.
Bottom surgery.
Thank you guys so much.
Bottom surgery.
You have the top done?
Bone infection.
And we're clear.